Alright boys, bit of a different video today. I'm going to be breaking down Leagues 3. I'm in a fancy shirt, I'm wearing my Only Trails hat. You know, shit is about to go down. As you guys may or may not know, I love a temporary race aspect in the game. I've been playing Path of Exile for like 8 years, grinding along with the top 200 players in hardcore there, and I love that Leagues is now in RuneScape and we have this racing going for top ranks aspect again. Just like at the start of Hardcore Iron Man or Ultimate Iron Man or all that stuff. I've been theory crafting builds and all that stuff on Path of Exile, as I said, for like 8 years. And I feel like I have a slight advantage over other people doing these RuneScape leagues because I've been doing that for so long. So also I want to help you guys out, or we can brainstorm together on what the best routes could be. The theory crafting aspect is something I love about all the games, and it's what gets me most excited about this. Last league, I got top page for the first 3 weeks because I just went super ham and my theory crafting plan was A+. That, and I got really lucky RNG. Oh my god, I killed an axe! What? From a lucky imp? What, dude? But I was top page. I got rank 17 and I could hold it for like 2 weeks. Then I got bored and I didn't play for a month and I ended up with a room trophy, as you guys know. So this time that is not happening. I did eventually end up maxing and I got an infernal cape, which I'm super proud of. So let's continue that trend and just go dragon trophy and beyond this league. I really want to hit top 100 league points at the end of the league. The good thing is that this year, the league is only 6 weeks instead of 9 weeks, so there's less chance to burn out, I guess. If you guys don't know what a league is, by the way, it's a temporary game mode where you get boosted XP rates, and every league has a different theme. This time, relics get shattered across the map in different fragments, each fragment holding their own little power. Now, you can combine these fragments to make one strong relic again, but they have to be from the same set. At the start, you're also locked out of all skills except for 3. Now we're going to brainstorm in a bit which 3 these could be. Also, bosses are completely locked off except for the ones in the wilderness. Now that's a lot of information, so let's start theory crafting. Relics usually only get released like an hour before the league starts, so there's not really a point in discussing those yet. So what can we discuss? Well, the skills. Which are the 3 skills that we can start with, and which place are we going to spawn? Because they said it was not going to be Lumbridge and not going to be Zaya. We have access to the whole map, so which skills correlate the best to which area we will start at, if that makes any sense. Obviously, where we start will need the skills that we unlock at the start. For example, if we get agility, we better be spawning around Triano Village because there's no other place that you can start from level 1. If we unlock thieving, for example, it'd be a good idea to start at Artie, or somewhere around Falador, anywhere that there are any men around, or women to pickpocket, you know? Okay, real quick, disclaimer, I took some inspiration from WeSkillNow. He's a RuneScape YouTuber that also does these theory crafting videos. He's actually the only one that does them, I think. So if you don't know him, check him out. His link will be in the description. But this is also the same format that he used, so I just want to quickly give him a shout out. Anyway, we got our skills over here. We got our yes or no, what are we going to be locked out of, etc, etc. As I said before, I think it's going to be very dependent on where we spawn, which skills we're going to unlock. Because you need some skills to, one, not bottleneck you. For example, mining or woodcutting, you'll be all competing for the same ore, the same log, same tree. There we go, that's the word. Mining, cooking, woodcutting, fletching, all of that is not going to be a thing. So let me already get those off of the screen. So I've gotten most of the skills off right now that I think will definitely bottleneck you at the start of a league. Now, I would also want to lock fishing, considering fishing without cooking, there's not really a point. I don't think there's much depth in the fishing skill. Unless Temporos is an option, I don't think we're going to see everyone fishing shrimp at the start of the league. I don't think that's a viable start. So I'm just going to cross off fishing too, but keep in mind that could still be an option. They could do fishing and cooking for all I care, but I don't think that's going to be it. Also, crafting, I think, is just... people are going to be competing for cows. It's just going to be a mess. It's not going to be crafting, let's be honest. Now, prayer would also be a crazy pick for me, so I'm just going to get that one off. And for runecrafting, you'll need mining, so let's also get rid of that. So, we've actually narrowed it down to actually a good amount. We can only have 3 skills unlocked at the start. We cannot pick these, by the way. That's why I'm doing this. Which one are they? Now, considering you'll need arrows and all that stuff for range, we'll knock range off. Magic will probably bottleneck you at the start if you cannot get any runes. You need to buy runes in the rune store. It takes an age to level it up. And even though I would love to see people running around and bolting wind strikes at each other and just seeing wind strikes fly around, it would be absolutely beautiful, but I think magic would be a bottleneck. So that leaves the combat stats that are just easy, no resources needed, being the melees. It is just a shot in the dark to see which one we pick here, but I will just go for attack just to make it easy. It could be strength, it could be defense, but I think we are guaranteed one of the melee combats and that will be attack for me. So I'm gonna put attack for our first guaranteed skill that we're gonna unlock. It could be any of the medleys. Okay. I think to have the most variety in your tasks, to not have everyone having to do the same thing, you need 2 skills. I think we're gonna get agility and thieving. Hit points will be locked. And actually, a funny story about this, I thought we needed to unlock hit points, but we actually don't. Because what it really does is when you get XP in this skill, it just nullifies the XP. Doesn't mean that you have 0 hit points. You still have 10 hit points. Just every time you hit something, you just get this error thing next to the XP drop, and you won't get any hit points XP. And like Flippy just said on Twitter, a locked skill means that you can't get XP in that skill. It doesn't mean that you cannot do anything that has to do with that skill. So we can still do combat, we just will stay 10 HP. So I think to have the most variety in your gameplay, to not have everyone having to do the Trinidom Stronghold course, to not have everyone pickpocketing men to progress, I think they're gonna give us 2 skills so you can still choose which league points you want to get, and then we're stuck with 3 skills being attack, agility, and thieving, which gives you probably the most variety you can get. Other people have been saying hit points, magic, thieving, or agility, but as I said, you get so little variety then. You have to do thieving. You have to do agility. I think that's just not viable to have everyone do the same. Everyone will have the exact same start, and I don't think they want that. I think they want to keep it as broad as possible, and this is probably the broadest you can get it with the 3 skills that you're going to unlock. So that's it for skills. Let's say we get attack, agility, and thieving. Then that means we can still spawn anywhere in the world that is not Lumberjazea. And as I said before, I've got a strong feeling it's going to be either the Trino Village or Falador. Now, I've also got this weird theory about the Isle of Souls because I found Oasis in the Summer Shenanigan livestream. I thought he put a little much emphasis on you can spawn anywhere in the map.
Just keep in mind that you have access to the entire map with this league.
So I think Isle of Souls for some reason could also be an option. The problem is there is not really any agility or thieving training methods there. So if we get Isle of Souls, it's probably fishing, cooking, and woodcutting. That being said, again, woodcutting feels like a very bottlenecked skill, so I don't think we're gonna get Isle of Souls. Arty is also a very good option where we could spawn because there's a lot of thieving stuff around. There's cake stalls, there is silk stalls, and it's not that far from the Three Gnome Village if you wanted to run there and you have your agility skill unlocked. You will still get endless endurance, by the way, in this league. Flippy has basically confirmed it, saying that not having it would be tedious, and it's one of their pillars to not make the league start tedious.
There'll always be something from previous league that players will not want to live without, like the unlimited run energy, for example. That was such like a, it had to be brought across purely because of player demand and convenience.
They just make the game experience better in general, right?
Which is the never tedious pillar you spoke about.
Yeah, exactly. It ties very well into that.
Everything else is really up for brainstorming. If you guys have any ideas on where we're going to spawn, which skills, why, if you want to start a debate, do it right here in the comment section, or just do it on my Discord. The link is also in the description. And that leaves me to say a couple of Lost Theory crafting thoughts that I want to bring to you guys, just so we can have an open conversation about this and can work on that in the future, because we're going to get more and more information about this. One of those things being, you will have to pick whether you unlock a boss or a skill. Now, most of the time, you're going to want to unlock a boss, because these bosses drop resources, and based on those resources, you can check which skill you have the most XP in to then unlock that skill. Do it as quick as possible because you already have the resources to then unlock something else. You want to rush Zulrah or Vorkath. I think that is almost a given, but we'll get to that later because I'm way too far ahead now. Also a question, if you're doing a quest, for example, and it gives XP in a skill that you have not unlocked, it will probably error out or like cancel the XP of one of those skills that you don't have unlocked yet. So you're gonna have to think, is it gonna be worth to do that quest if I don't get the XP? Keep in mind the XP multiplier is ×5 at the start. So you might want to start with quests that don't have any skill rewards yet, because you might be losing a lot of XP that way. Unless you really have to, you're gonna have to make the trade-off. Also, I think it's really weird that we get the league after Group Iron Man. It would make so much more sense for me to switch them around. Like, do the league first, finish the league, start Group Iron Man. Now you have to stop your Group Iron Man experience after like a month to play the league. I hope, and it's the first time I'll ever say this, but I hope they delay Group Iron Man. I'm sorry, I'm going to play Group Iron Man, but why? Do we have Group Iron Man first, then the league? It doesn't make any sense. Just switch them around. Anyway, I'm not here to bash on it. I'm just super excited about all the game modes. I want to play all of them as much as I can, but I'm gonna have to pick League over Group Iron Man when it eventually happens a month and a half into Group Iron Man. Anyway, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited? Any brainstorms, any theories that I have not discovered yet? Make sure to leave them in the comments, follow the Discord, the merch is in the description, check out WeSkill Now in the description, all of that, you know, you can find it all there. Any other links about Twitter and all that? Down there, follow me. Anyway, see you guys in the next video, which is probably going to be a hardcore video, but I can't promise anything. See you soon. Peace.